What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games. I'm late, XURS here. He's got exotics, he's on the earth. It's probably interesting. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so getting straight into the video, Zora is on EDZ, chilling a winding curve. Let's go see if the Technical Bastard has anything good this week, fingers crossed.
Me remembers fire, an old memory, now made new. Have you angered the Nine? Have I?
Why did I anger the Nine? Why do we anger the Nine? What?
I bring gifts of the Nine, gifts you sorely need.
You said something about fire and that you remembered something, and then you said that we have done something to the Nine, but you don't know if you have or not. Anyway, Zora's here. Let's see what he's got this week. Starting things off, we've got the Winter's Gale for the Warlock, 61 total, 23 legendary shards for this exotic, recovery and strength, I should say. Looking at the wrong thing. This thing itself, surprisingly decent actually in itself. Warlord Sigil, eliminating enemies with melee attacks increases your melee damage. In other words, you hit a small tier ad, you get more damage. You hit a medium tier ad, you get even more damage. Then you hit a boss and you do massive damage. This thing itself, actually it's surprisingly decent, especially if you're going through lost sectors with a bunch of ads, just because you can pretty much just one hit most things. It's pretty easy. Pretty nice. Next up, we've got ourselves the good old MK44 standard sides for the Titan, 66 total on this. Intellect 23, pretty good. 23 legendary shards as well. This thing itself is actually pretty decent because, seriously watch out, grants an overshield when sprinting at full health with seismic strike, hammer strike or shield bash, which in other words is just any of the shoulder charges. Equipped and charged. Hits with his abilities recharge a portion of said melee energy. This thing itself actually is kind of decent, and I would say I've used it not very much because I haven't, and I would say that I want to use it a little bit more just because it looks kind of unique, but in itself I don't actually have a good roll, so I am picking this one up. 66, pretty good, not bad. Next up, got ourselves the Bombardiers for the Hunter or Huntress, 23 legendary shards, 65 as its total stat, 23 discipline, 18 mobility. This actually is a pretty decent exotic in itself. Main gift being Parting Gift. Dodging leaves behind an explosive that detonates after a short delay, damaging targets around it and creating a secondary effect based on the subclass energy type. For Arc, it blinds. For Fire, Solar, it burns. For Void, it suppresses. And for Stasis, it slows. These things in themselves are really decent in PvP. I've been using these like probably the last 2 or 3 weeks playing on my Huntress simply because they're fun, like a lot of fun and crucible. Pick them up if you have not got them. 23 legendary shards, 65 stat, picking up one up just because I can. As well as the Telesto for this week, 29 legendary shards for the most OP exotic in the game. Why do I call it the most OP exotic? Because it is the only exotic that keeps breaking the game constantly. Unplanned Reprieve. Fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed Void Blast, as well as the secondary perk being Harbinger's Pulse. Multi-kills with this weapon immediately reload your equipped kinetic and energy weapons from reserves. In other words, you can just keep blasting and blasting and blasting and blasting, and this thing is actually basically, it is literally a needler from Halo in Destiny, so it's fine. It's definitely decent. And it looks pretty cool with the ornaments, I will say that. 29 shards, pick it up if you have not got it. Moving on though, next up, finally, we've got ourselves the Exotic Engram. 97 legendary shards. For this exotic engram, that'll give you an exotic you do not actually own unless you own all exotics from said collection, and it'll actually give you a duplicate. But in itself, this thing can give you some pretty good rolls or stats on said duplicates. So let us see, what do I actually get? I'm giving myself Mask of the Quiet One as well as an enhancement code. Thank you. So 61 on that, not bad. Could actually be slightly better, but I don't actually think I have a Mask of the Quiet One at the moment. Pretty decent. This thing actually, it looks really cool. I actually like it, especially with the ornament. It just kind of makes it look really freaking cool. It's like, yeah, there is definitely something under there that is not human. Anyway, that I like. So that's pretty awesome. What else have we got from you this week? We've got ourselves the good old Jean 7 rifle, which again, not bad. We've got the 7.7 Officer Revolver, Thermal Pam Osmosis, not bad. Gnawing Hunger, we've got ourselves Distant Terminalist, we've got ourselves Wishbringer, we've got ourselves a Temptations Hook, which is honestly one of my most favorite exotics. So, not exotics, I was going to say Zords. exotic swords. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I was trying to say legendary swords. This is one of my most favorite legendary swords, simply because it's just the same one from D1 to be able to actually throw things. It's just, you're Krillin. You're pretty much Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. That's all it is. And we've also got ourselves a bottom dollar with a Pulse Monitor and Dragonfly, which in itself is a pretty decent roll for a bottom dollar. I like that. That's not bad. All said weapons and armor at the moment of the legendary kind are 50 legendary shards and 1000 glimmer. Let's have a look at the armor. She's got 24 on the intellect on these boots. Not too bad. That's actually pretty decent for a lot of titans if you like using your super. We've also got 62 on the Vigil of Heroes. We got a 1. This is yeah. You have 57. That's very horrible. And we got 59. Zor could be a lot better. An exotic cipher. You know what those are. If you don't actually have an exotic cipher, you can actually go ahead and complete a bunch of things to get an exotic cipher from Zor. It's not too hard, it's not too great, it's not too grand, but you do get them for free within the actual season pass. So, anyway, this has been Zor's location inventory over the weekend. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, click the like button down below, do all that good stuff, and I'll be cheering like Karen over there. He was a cheer. Also, let me know, did you actually get anything from Zor? Was it something good? Was it something you didn't actually have? Or was it just something that you actually ended up paying for before? You could have actually preferred to get something better, like I ended up doing, but not so much because, you know, my one can't really have it at the moment, but still. Okay, thank you, buddy. Already dropped me. Prime and Graham, not bad. Anyway, it's been ZacNovak. Signing off. Until next time, do like good stuff and cheering like you're an He was a cheering. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, this is ZacNovak. Signing off. Peace out.